Scores of local chefs are creating mouth-watering recipes and utilizing their best techniques for judges of the BHDA's culinary competition with the hopes of securing a spot on the Barbados team to represent the country at the 2020 Taste of the Caribbean competition. Team manager Henderson Butcher says there has been a high interest from both the younger and older chefs. And he was speaking to the media earlier today at the start of that competition at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center.
Today we are going to do 27 chefs and more is then the final part of it. In total, I do believe it is 54 cuisine chefs, about 12 pastry. The cuisine chefs also include the junior chef. And on the 6th and the 7th of December is the mixology competition. Today at the Hilton Hotel, we are doing the pastry competition there as well.
Well, following the contest, Chef Butcher says those chosen will undergo intensive training from early next year.
We are going to select the first 3 or 4 for pastry, the first 10 for cuisine. That includes the junior chefs. And we are going to mixologists. We are going to select the first 4 as well. And we will train these culinary members to represent Barbados as we have so gracefully done in the past. So they will be going through rigorous training when it comes to plating, menu writing, making sure they understand the flow, making sure they pretty much understand competition. So then after this they'll be issued a booklet, competition ready, and we will start the training in January.
A new piece of local literature is now only a click away. This as the 2017-2018 edition of the Arts Etc. NIFCA Winning Words Anthology has gone digital. And this was revealed by the National Cultural Foundation's Chief Executive Officer Carol Roberts-Reefer at the book's official launch at the Queen's Park Gallery. Lorna Jones has more.
The literary offerings of 23 Barbadians make up the 2017-2018 edition of the Arts Etc. NIFCA Winning Words Anthology. And this year, for the first time, a digital copy of the book has been made available for purchase on Amazon.com.
It was a quiet but extremely proud moment for us and the writers featured. And we now pledge to really keep some noise to let the world know that, in a sense, we reach Amazon.com, if you please. And there is no turning back.
NCF CEO Carol Roberts-Reefer was speaking as the book was officially launched at the Queen's Park Gallery. During the event, the audience was given a sample as select pieces were read by some of the authors. Ms. Roberts-Reefer urged them to continue telling the island's unique stories.
To celebrate our heroes and heroines, to delight our children, to share our past while crafting our future, depicting all the very best of the Barbadian personality. Let's continue to write as if our lives depend on it, because they do.
Co-founder of sponsoring publisher Arts Etc., Robert E. Sandiford, called for Bajan literature to be included in schools.
How can we continue to say that we know ourselves, or who we are, or what we're about, truly and fully, if we don't know our own literature? If we don't know our own stories, our poetry and plays, our paintings and sculptures, even our music.
This year's edition is the 4th in the series of anthologies. Lorna Jones, CBC News.
Well, 3 Barbadian students were huge winners in the recently concluded Florida Caribbean Cruise Association's essay and poster competitions, and they had the added pleasure of receiving their prizes from Prime Minister Mia Amor-Motley at Alara Court. Now, it's the 3rd year in a row Barbados has been among the top performers. The contributions were based on how to ensure cruise ship passengers have a lasting impression on their destination. Noel Alder of St. Paul's Primary School was a big winner, copping first place in the junior essay competition, both locally and regionally. He won $3,000 and St. Paul's was awarded $3,000 as well. Foundation's Nobi Holder won the essay competition locally and was 3rd at the regional level. She received $1,000 and so did her school. And Tamia Bowen of Queen's College was 1st locally in the poster competition. Well, social clubs in Barbados have been called on to do more to assist the country's youth. This appeal from Minister of Youth and Community Empowerment Adrian Ford as he addressed members of the Modern Dance Club, which is celebrating 40 years of existence. Sharika Griffith has that story.
I certainly at some point in time had a cha-cha-cha maybe around my political opponent. At some point in time I had a jive in Parliament to get a point over.
Youth and Community Empowerment Minister Adrian Ford says a lot of what he learned on the dance floor can be applied to real-life situations, and that's why he believes organizations like the Modern Dance Club have a role to play in addressing some of the issues confronting young people.
And when you look around and see what is happening with our young people all over Barbados, we recognize that they lack social skills, they lack their social upbringing, and certainly the maladaptive behaviors that we see is something that we can change in clubs like Modern Dance Club.
Minister Ford was speaking during the club's 40th anniversary dinner and award ceremony at the St. Leonard's Boys' School. He says just as they did with cricket, Barbadians have the ability to dominate in ballroom on the world scene by adding their own unique flavor to the art form.
And I want to invite, because they have a show called Beige to the World here, Leon alluded to it earlier. But in this show, as I was dancing the jive, I can remember it very good. I sit down and say to myself, I would love every single dance organization in Barbados to send some person on this show. Because I believe that we can send a ballroom dancer to Britain's Got Talent, fully paid and endorsed by the government of the day.
During the ceremony, awards were presented to long-standing members, some with as many as 40 years with the group. Instructors and past presidents were also recognized. President Leon Blades says the club will be undertaking a number of ventures to stay relevant, including establishing a youth arm.
At the present, we are having preliminary discussions with the principal here at the school towards trying to teach some of the young boys here dance, so to make sure that they keep out of trouble and get another extracurricular activity to make them come happy.
Modern is open to anyone interested in line, ballroom, Latin, or three-step dancing. Sharika Griffith, CBC News.
Here is that tip from Cooperators General Insurance.
This tip of the day is brought to you by Cooperators General Insurance Company Limited. Insurance the way you want it to be.
When a family eats healthy meals and exercises together, all family members benefit and encourage behaviors that could help prevent type 2 diabetes in the family. This tip is brought to you in association with the Diabetes Association of Barbados. Let's protect our families.